the perfect video store.
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
I got the last Hokey Pokey Elmo!
And the clock is ticking, the phone is ringing, the late fees are piling up so high.
During the vibrant 1980s, many beloved stores defined the era, but sadly, they are no longer around today. These stores were once bustling hubs of activity where people shop for everything from toys to electronics to music. Among these iconic names were Hollywood Video, where families rented movies for a fun movie night, and KB Toys, a paradise for kids filled with all kinds of toys. Then there was Radio Shack, your go-to spot for all things electronic, and Babbage's, where gamers found their favorite video games. Peach's Records and Tapes was where music lovers discovered new tunes, while Venture Stores offered a wide range of products for the whole family. The nostalgia doesn't end here, so join us in the exploration of 20 famous stores from the 1980s that no longer exist. Number 1. Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video, a once thriving video rental chain, engraved its name into the nostalgia of movie lovers. Founded in 1988, it swiftly became the chief rival to Blockbuster Video. Hollywood Video stores popped up across states like Washington, California, Nevada, and Texas. These cavernous havens spanned an average of 7,500 square feet, housing around 16,000 videotapes. Some stores even stocked up to 200 copies of a single blockbuster film. But as the digital era dawned, streaming services like Netflix and Hulu stole the show.
Could you tell us a little bit about this movie?
Don, we need you up here.
The convenience of clicking a button from the comfort of home triumphed the ritual of browsing physical shelves. Hollywood Video, once bustling with cinephiles, faced a grim fate. In 2010, the curtain fell. Movie Gallery, its parent company, declared Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and the lights dimmed forever. Today, Hollywood Video lives on in our memories, a relic of a bygone era when rewinding tapes was an art form, and Friday nights meant picking out the perfect movie for the weekend. The memories of Hollywood Video's nostalgic charm flicker in the minds of cinephiles, but did KB Toys, with its mall-based empire of childhood dreams, face a fate similar to Hollywood Video's rise and fall?
Mountaintop? Hot we got at KB Toy Stores. It's the place to shop, you'll see.
Number 2. KB Toys. KB Toys, affectionately known as KB Toys, once graced the bustling malls of the United States. Its story began in 1922 when the Kaufman brothers, originally candy wholesalers, stumbled into the toy business. During World War II, they acquired a toy company as payment for outstanding candy debts. A sweet twist of fate indeed. In 1959, KB Toys debuted in Connecticut, evolving into KB Toy and Hobby by 1973 to tap into the mall frenzy. Expanding rapidly, they hit 65 stores in 3 years across New England, New York, and New Jersey. KB Toys became the nation's prime mall-based toy emporium with 1,300 stores nationwide. However, streaming services and online shopping stole the limelight. By 2009, KB Toys faced its final curtain call. The parent company, Melville Corporation, couldn't keep the magic alive. The era of browsing toy aisles gave way to virtual carts and doorstep deliveries.
What?
The 80s called. They want their store back.
Number 3. Radio Shack. Radio Shack, once a beacon of electronic wonder, emerged in 1921 as an amateur radio mail order business in Boston, Massachusetts. The Dutchman brothers, Theodore and Milton, fueled by their love for ham radio, set up shop at 46 Brattle Street. Their mission was to equip fellow radio enthusiasts with the latest gear. In 1962, Tandy acquired Radio Shack, shifting its focus to electronics. By 1999, it had 8,000 stores worldwide. Yet, 21st century challenges, including management issues and bankruptcy in 2015, marked its decline. Yet, like a phoenix, Radio Shack rose from the ashes. General Wireless, a subsidiary of Standard General, snagged its assets for a modest $26.2 million. A store-within-a-store partnership with Sprint fizzled, leading to more closures. The digital tide surged, and Radio Shack danced online. In 2020, retail e-commerce ventures took the reins. Today, Radio Shack lives as an e-commerce website sprinkled with independently owned and franchised stores. As Radio Shack's digital evolution reshaped its legacy, did Babbage's transformation into GameStop signal a similar shift in the gaming industry's landscape? Number 4. Babbage's. Babbage's, a name that echoes through the corridors of gaming history, emerged in 1987 as a software retailer. Founded by James McCurry and Gary Kusin, it initially focused on selling software for personal computers. But destiny had other plans, a twist that would shape the gaming landscape. Initially, Babbage's served tech enthusiasts craving video games and electronics in mall stores nationwide. Evolving into GameStop in 1999, it embraced the era's gaming evolution, from cartridges to consoles and immersive experiences. The digital age was brewing, and gamers craved more than just software. They wanted tangible discs, collector's editions, and midnight release events. GameStop stepped onto the stage, its cape billowing with promises. And so, Babbage's faded into the archives, leaving behind a legacy. Number 5. Peach's Records and Tapes. Peach's Records and Tapes, a symphony of nostalgia, once spun vinyl dreams across the United States.
Peach's, where you'll always find the biggest selection of compact discs and cassettes, all your favorite video, and the latest in technology.
In 1975, Tom Hyman, fueled by a passion for music, orchestrated the first Peach's store on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. Peach's wasn't just a store, it was a cultural hub. With around 50 stores in 22 cities, it harmonized with music lovers' hearts. Each store, as vast as a grocery market, held a symphony of sounds: rock, jazz, blues, and soul. Autograph signings by legendary artists graced its halls, and colossal reproductions of album covers adorned the sides of buildings. But fate played a dissonant role. As the digital era crescendoed, physical formats waned. CDs, cassettes, and vinyl gave way to streaming and downloads. In 1981, Peach's filed for bankruptcy, its 35 stores coast to coast echoing with silence. Debts totaling $20 million, equivalent to about $168 million today, reverberated through the halls. Citibank and record distributors held the final chords. Number 6. Venture Stores. Venture Stores, a beloved discount retail chain, once beautified the Midwest with its presence.
You've just got to get in here.
To the one sale that really matters.
Venture's going out of business liquidation.
Where you'll now save at least 30% off everything.
At least 30% off.
Founded in 1968 by John F. Geese, formerly of Target Stores, and Dave Babcock, Venture aimed to conquer the discount department store market. Their first store opened its doors in Overland, Missouri on January the 29th of 1970, followed by another location in Fairview Heights, Illinois on March the 24th of 1970. Venture's growth was meteoric. By the late 80s, it operated over 70 stores, dominating markets in St. Louis, Chicago, and Kansas City. Their advertising slogan during this era was catchy: Save Adventure, Save with Style, or simply SWS. But alas, in 1990, Venture separated from May Department Stores and became a private corporation. However, the retail landscape shifted, and Venture faced stiff competition from emerging discount store giants. Despite their efforts, the chain couldn't weather the storm. In January of 1998, Venture Stores filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and within 6 months, the once thriving stores closed their doors forever. The curtain falls on the era of Venture Stores. However, did Blockbuster Video, with its reign over movie rentals, face a similar fate, a meteoric rise followed by a swift decline? Number 7. Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video, once the reigning monarch of movie rentals, etched itself into the hearts of film enthusiasts across the United States.
The perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right! Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle.
Founded in 1985 by David Cook, it began as a humble mom-and-pop home video rental shop in Dallas, Texas. But oh, how it grew. Blockbuster expanded beyond VHS tapes, offering movies, games, and DVDs by mail, streaming, and cinemas. Its iconic blue and yellow logo, designed by Lee Dean, symbolized Friday nights. By 2004, it had 9,094 stores and 84,000 employees globally. However, poor leadership and Netflix mail order and video on-demand services led to its decline. The late 2000s witnessed a significant revenue decline, and in 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy protection. By 2014, the last 300 company-owned Blockbusters dimmed their lights. Number 8. Tower Records. Tower Records was founded by Russ Solomon in 1960. Its inception sprouted from a teenage venture, reselling 78 RPM jukebox records in his father's Sacramento drugstore. This humble beginning evolved into a record megastore that revolutionized our connection with music in the pre-digital era.
Now going on.
January.
Clearance.
Sale.
At all.
Tower.
Record.
Video and book
Stores.
3
Days.
only.
In the late 1970s, Tower Records spread its wings to San Francisco, transforming a former grocery store into a music haven. But the real magic happened internationally. In 1979, Tower Records Japan emerged, eventually branching out to the United Kingdom, Canada, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, and more. Yet, like a fading melody, Tower Records faced challenges. The rise of digital music, piracy, and changing consumer habits took their toll. In 2006, the U.S. chain filed for bankruptcy, closing its retail stores. But the story doesn't end there. In a surprising twist, Tower Records made a comeback as an online retailer in 2020, with plans to open future physical locations. Number 9. Toys R Us. Toys R Us, a cherished haven for kids and parents alike, embarked on its journey in 1948.
The Toys R Us, can I help you?
Probably not. I've been all over and nobody... Is that Hokey Pokey Elmo?
Oh, well, yes it is, sir.
It's the last one.
I got the last!
Charles P. Lazarus, the visionary behind this toy empire, initially founded a baby furniture retailer called Children's Bargain Town in Washington, D.C. during the post-war baby boom. But Lazarus had grander dreams, ones filled with colorful playthings and boundless imagination. In 1957, the Toys R Us name made its debut, and the rest is history. The first store sprang to life in April of 1948, nestled in the heart of Parsippany Troy Hills, New Jersey. Toys R Us wasn't just a store, it was a universe of wonder. Rows upon rows of action figures, dolls, board games, and bicycles beckoned wide-eyed visitors. Yet as the digital age dawned, the toy landscape shifted. Mass merchants and online retailers emerged, chipping away at Toys R Us's market share. The company also grappled with a hefty debt load from a leveraged buyout orchestrated by private equity firms. In 2017 and 2018, the inevitable happened: bankruptcy. The once vibrant stores in the US, UK, and Australia shuttered their doors, leaving a void in the hearts of children and nostalgic parents. Number 10. Sharper Image. Sharper Image emerged from the fertile mind of Richard Thalheimer in 1977. Initially, it peddled jogging watches via catalogs, but soon its orbit expanded. Through those glossy pages, it unveiled a dazzling array of high-end futuristic marvels, gadgets, electronics, massage chairs, and even air purifiers. There were 187 retail stores across 38 states, each a treasure trove of cutting-edge wonders. Customers flocked to test drive the exotic products, hovering massagers, iconic breeze purifiers, and virtual reality headsets. The air buzzed with anticipation. Yet, like a star burning too bright, Sharper Image faced turbulence. The iconic breeze air purifier stirred controversy, tarnishing the brand's aura. Lawsuits ensued. Consumer Reports versus Sharper Image, customers versus ineffective purification. In 2006, the board shuffled and Thalheimer stepped down. Chairman Jerry W. Levin took the helm, but fate had other plans. In 2008, the NASDAQ delisted Sharper Image. The company, battered by 4 years of sales losses and 3 consecutive years in the red, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Sharper Image's rise and fall echoes through the corridors of retail history. However, did Circuit City, with its vibrant red logo and maze of electronic wonders, face a fate similar to Sharper Image's turbulent journey? Number 11. Circuit City. Circuit City, once a tech enthusiast haven, inscribed its name into the annals of American retail history.
If you love the convenience of shopping online, but you want to get a hold of your stuff ASAP, Circuit City makes
history.
it simple.
Founded in 1949 by Samuel Wurtzel and Alan L. Wurtzel, it soared to prominence during the 1980s. With its signature red logo and sprawling stores, Circuit City became the go-to destination for all things electronic. From TVs and stereos to computers and video games, it catered to the tech-savvy and curious alike. The Circuit City experience was unforgettable. Shelves brimmed with gadgets and knowledgeable salespeople guided customers through the maze of choices. The Circuit City Superstore concept, launched in the 1980s, revolutionized electronics retailing. It was a cathedral of innovation where shoppers could explore the latest VCRs, camcorders, and CD players. However, the 2008 financial crisis and the rise of online shopping dealt a crushing blow. On January the 16th of 2009, Circuit City faced its grim reality: bankruptcy. The company, with 567 U.S. stores and 34,000 employees, sought to liquidate. The liquidation sale began, and Circuit City's iconic red signs dimmed. The once vibrant aisles fell silent, leaving a void in the hearts of tech enthusiasts. Number 12, CompUSA. CompUSA, originally known as Soft Warehouse, emerged in 1984 as a software house in Addison, Texas.
All across America, computers are changing people's lives, and one company is changing the way people buy them: CompUSA.
Founded by Errol Jacobson and Mike Hinoakowicz, it embarked on national expansion in 1988, unveiling its first megastore in Atlanta. By the early 1990s, CompUSA had transformed into a nationwide big box chain, boasting at least 229 locations at its peak. What made CompUSA stand out was its commitment to offering personal computers, consumer electronics, technology products, and computer services all under one roof. It was a haven for tech enthusiasts, whether they sought the latest PCs, peripherals, or cutting-edge gadgets. However, despite its initial success, CompUSA faced several challenges. Intense competition from other brick-and-mortar retailers squeezed its margins. As a result, starting in 2006, CompUSA began closing what it deemed low-performing locations. By 2008, only 16 stores remained, and these were eventually sold to Systemax. In a twist of fate, the remaining CompUSA and Circuit City stores were rebranded as Tiger Direct outlets. Number 13, Borders Books. Borders Books, once a beloved haven for bibliophiles, etched its legacy in the literary landscape during the late 1980s and beyond. Founded in 1971 by brothers Tom and Louis Borders in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the original Borders bookstore opened its doors at 209 South State Street. What began as a modest venture soon blossomed into a nationwide phenomenon. Borders stood out for its vast selection of books, maps, CDs, DVDs, calendars, gift packs, magazines, and board games. It wasn't just a bookstore, it was a cultural hub. By 2010, Borders operated 511 superstores across the U.S., along with 175 specialty retail stores under the Walden Books umbrella. These included Borders Express, Borders Airport stores, and Borders Outlet stores. However, the digital age cast a shadow over Borders. Intense competition, coupled with the company's struggle to adapt to online sales, led to financial woes. In February of 2011, Borders filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection and began liquidating 226 U.S. stores.
Borders could begin closing some stores as early as Friday. The closings could hurt malls and paperback publishers, plus 10,700 people across the country.
With the pages of Borders Books' cultural legacy turn, did Walden Books, with its humble beginnings and widespread reach, face a similar fate in the digital age? Number 14, Walden Books. Walden Books, a cherished name in the world of books, embarked on its journey during the throes of the Great Depression. In 1933, Lawrence Hoyt and Melvin Kafka founded the Walden Book Company in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Their vision was simple yet profound: to provide alternative entertainment to people grappling with economic hardship. They set up rental libraries where books could be borrowed for a mere 3 cents per day, a lifeline for those who couldn't afford to buy books. In 1962, they opened their first standalone bookstore in Pittsburgh. Within a decade and a half, the company burgeoned to over 250 locations, nestled within various department stores. The era of rental libraries waned, replaced by retail bookselling, especially with the advent of low-cost paperbacks after World War II. However, the digital age cast its shadow. Borders Group, which had already absorbed Walden Books as a subsidiary in 1995, faced financial turmoil. In 2011, the chain met its fate: liquidation due to bankruptcy. Number 15, Sam Goody. Sam Goody, a name that once resonated with music enthusiasts, had its humble beginnings in the late 1940s.
Wrap it up at Sam Goody. Over 10,000 gifts, under $15.
Sam Goody Gudowitz, a New Yorker, opened a small record store on 9th Avenue in New York City just as vinyl long-playing records emerged. While his main store on 49th Street catered to retail customers, most of his business thrived through pioneering mail-order sales at discount prices. Sam Goody became a folk hero among cash-strapped college students, offering large-scale LP discounts. In 1951, the Sam Goody name adorned a chain of record stores. These stores became havens for music lovers seeking vinyl records, cassettes, and later CDs. Acquisitions, including the rebranding of the Licorice Pizza stores as Sam Goody outlets in 1986, fueled the company's growth. At its peak, the Musicland Group, Sam Goody's corporate parent, operated over 1,300 stores, with more than 800 of them being Sam Goody locations, raking in an impressive $2 billion in annual revenue. However, the digital revolution disrupted the music retail landscape. Best Buy acquired Musicland in 2000, but its attempt to transform it into a youth-oriented tech hub faltered. By 2006, Sam Goody faced bankruptcy, leading to the closure of most of its stores. Number 16, Caldor. Caldor Incorporated, affectionately dubbed the Bloomingdale's of discounting, sprouted in 1951 thanks to the entrepreneurial spirit of Carl and Dorothy Bennett.
We're an endless source of value for everything that's new. We're everything you're looking for. We're your Caldor.
It was a discount store that would defy the norm, a place where quality trumped mediocrity, and prices danced 10 to 40% below manufacturers' suggested list prices. Their inaugural store in Port Chester, New York, bore the name Caldor, a fusion of their first names. Caldor catered to the middle to the upper middle class, offering name-brand hard goods like appliances, electronics, home furnishings, jewelry, and sports equipment. Their slogan, "Where shopping is always a pleasure," wasn't mere marketing, it was their creed. By 1985, when Carl retired, the chain raked in over $1 billion in sales. It had become a subsidiary of Associated Dry Goods. The digital age loomed, and Caldor faced financial storms. By the 1990s, the once thriving chain grappled with issues. In May of 1999, the curtain fell, and liquidation swept through all 145 Caldor stores.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Ah, you remembered.
Yes, I stopped by A&S and picked up your father's gift.
Did you get the sweater?
Well, not exactly. They had too many. I couldn't make up my mind.
Number 17, A&S, or Abraham & Straus. Abraham & Straus, commonly known as A&S, was a prominent New York City department store with its roots dating back to 1865. Founded by Joseph Weschler and Abraham, it initially operated under the name Weschler and Abraham. However, in 1893, the Straus family, including Isidore Straus and Nathan Straus, acquired a general partnership with Macy's department stores and bought out Joseph Weschler's interest. The store was then renamed Abraham & Straus. A&S continued to thrive, offering clothing, footwear, bedding, furniture, jewelry, beauty products, and housewares. Nevertheless, in the 1990s, Federated Department Stores acquired R.H. Macy & Company, and soon after, the A&S brand faced its fate. On April the 30th of 1995, the name Abraham & Straus vanished, replaced by the more widely recognized Macy's. Number 18, Lionel Kitty City. Lionel Kitty City, a beloved toy store chain, once adorned the landscape of American shopping. Its story began around 1957 in Philadelphia, where it emerged as a toy supermarket. By the early 1970s, the Lionel Corporation, known for its iconic model trains, acquired the chain. Under various names, Lionel Kitty City, Lionel Playworld, and until 1990, Lionel Toy Warehouse, it blossomed into a network of 150 stores. For a while, it ranked as the second largest toy store chain in the United States. However, the winds of change blew fiercely. The early 1980s recession hit Lionel hard, pushing it to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in February of 1982. The company downsized to 55 stores but emerged from bankruptcy in September of 1985. By 1991, Lionel had regained its footing, boasting 100 stores and securing the fourth spot among toy retailers nationwide. Yet, fate had other plans. On June 2nd of 1993, Lionel announced its heartbreaking decision: liquidation and closure of all stores. As the memories of Lionel Kitty City's vibrant toy aisles faded in nostalgia, so did the rise and fall of the F.W. Woolworth Company, with its iconic lunch counters and diverse offerings, mirror the tale of Lionel's ascent and eventual closure. Will these retail giants, once pillars of American shopping culture, continue to stir fond memories and lessons learned in the ever-evolving landscape of commerce? Number 19. The F.W. Woolworth Company. F.W. Woolworth Company, affectionately known as Woolworths, was a retail giant that left an unerasable impact on American history.
This week, during Woolworth Dollar Days, look for big price breaks all over the store. Plus, hundreds of gift ideas and beautiful Mother's Day cards by Buzza Gibson.
Founded by Frank Winfield Woolworth in 1879, it pioneered the concept of the 5 and dime store, a place where everyday items were priced at 5 or 10 cents. Woolworths thrived during the 1980s, offering an eclectic mix of goods from toys and clothing to housewares and snacks. The iconic Woolworths lunch counters were a cultural phenomenon. They served up affordable meals and became gathering spots for people of all backgrounds. But by the late 1980s, Woolworths faced stiff competition from discount stores and specialty retailers. The rise of big box stores like Walmart and the allure of mall-based chains like Gap and Toys R Us took a toll. Woolworths struggled to adapt, and its once thriving empire began to crumble. And number 20, Egghead Software. Egghead Software, a computer software retailer, once graced the tech landscape with its vibrant presence. Founded in 1984 by Victor D. Aladeff, it began as a single store in Bellevue, Washington. Customers could sign up for a quirky-sounding Q card that offered discounts. By June of 1987, Egghead had blossomed into a network of 50 stores along the West Coast. It even went public via an initial offering in 1988. However, rocky times followed. Stock prices plummeted, lawsuits ensued, and inventory woes plagued the company. Undeterred, Egghead expanded. In 1995, it moved its headquarters to Spokane, boasting 2,500 employees and retail stores across 30 states. Yet in 1997, Egghead sold its corporate, government, and education division, and in 1998 it closed most of its stores, opting for online sales only. During the dot-com bubble, its shares soared, but the euphoria was short-lived. In 2001, Egghead filed for bankruptcy, and its domain name found a new home with Amazon.com.